Welcome to another beautiful day in the Matrix. My name's Chaos Chris, and I will be your host today. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 hidden altcoin gems in the TitanX ecosystem on the Verse Crypto channel, the #1 altcoin channel in all crypto. Stay tuned in the end to get our special #1 pick for a hot upcoming project. Let's get it, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. The TitanX ecosystem has been blowing up. We're seeing the launch of new projects. We're seeing TitanX absolutely explode. And we're also seeing the growth of an awesome community. In this video, I want to talk about 3 projects that are on my radar. 2 of them have already launched, and then we got a 3rd coming right down the road. So if you guys are viewing this video in the future, there's a good chance that this 3rd project is already out, but this is going to be a great educational video so you can get a little taste of how this protocol works. Now, before I jump into each of these project protocols, please keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment and education purposes only. Please do your own research. Now, the first altcoin gem in the TitanX ecosystem I want to talk about. It recently just launched. It was founded by Eric and Jake Sharp. The name of this project is Hydra. So you guys come here to docs.titanx.win/HydraDocs. I'll leave some video links down below. So if you guys want to check out the white paper, do your own research. What is Hydra? Hydra.win is a collaboration between Jake Sharp and Eric. The goal of Hydra project is to take what Jake has learned from building TitanX and Hyper, 2 decentralized money protocols, improve upon these designs, and utilize the unique token economics of the DragonX project protocol for the benefit of the TitanX ecosystem. Now, some context. DragonX is a benevolent staking protocol. Basically, what it had was a mint phase. It took TitanX, staked it into the TitanX staking contract, and it takes the Ethereum, buys TitanX. Half of it is restaked back into the protocol. The other half is used to burn DragonX. So basically, what Jake and Eric did was they came together, created a protocol called Hydra that builds on this concept, but also adds these really cool features that are similar to Hyper. Now, I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole. For this protocol, I want to talk about 2 main components, and then we'll get into the actual dApp and just dive into some very brief stuff. Now, just coming over here, the first thing is the Hydra mining. It's similar to the TitanX mining and the Hyper mining, except in this case, it's the Hydra mining. Now, the one thing I want to pay attention to is #1, the TitanX distribution, and then #2, the Hydra vortex. These are the 2 main components of this protocol. It tells you where that TitanX is going, and then also tells you about how it's being stored in the vortex, which we'll get into in a minute. Now, for the first step, you go in and you create a Hydra miner. You take your TitanX, you put it into a miner, and then you'll receive Hydra based on how long you decide to create a miner. The max miner is 88 days. So if it's shorter, less Hydra, longer, more Hydra. Very simple. Now, when you create a miner, 20% of the TitanX gets sent directly to the DragonX vault. The reason why this happens is because it increases the amount of Ethereum that goes directly to the DragonX protocol. It increases the amount of DragonX being burned off the market, and also increases the amount of TitanX being bought off the market and actually removed from circulation. Because keep in mind, when it goes into that DragonX vault, that TitanX is constantly being staked down to the future and will never hit the market again. 80% of the TitanX buys DragonX via the TitanX DragonX LP. So basically, all that TitanX goes in and it's buy side liquidity for the DragonX token. Now, next thing, of the 20% of DragonX that gets bought, it gets burnt forever. So that 80% that goes in picks up some DragonX, 20% of it just burns DragonX right off the market. Now, the remaining 100% is basically sent over, buys Hydra, and burns it off the market. So basically, the theory is you burn a little DragonX, and you take that remaining DragonX, and you burn Hydra off the market. So it's going to increase the value of DragonX, which is also going to translate into Hydra, which makes it a phenomenal leverage play on top of DragonX. That's the theory. But wait, there's more. Now, coming over to the Hydra vortex, on top of all that TitanX going into each component of the protocol, 10% of all the TitanX that's used from the miner at the beginning is going to be sent to something called the vortex. 18% of the Dragon X that was actually bought with TitanX is going to also be sent to the vortex. Now, what this does is it actually stores TitanX and Dragon X out into the future. And the vortex will get triggered every 98 days. And you have the release of TitanX. And then the next 98 days will be the release of the Dragon X, or vice versa. So the theory behind this is you store these tokens into the future, and then you release them and use them to burn the Hydra token. So by adding that value of time, which we talk a lot about in TitanX, there's a good chance that there's going to be some sort of appreciation, and that economic energy will be used to burn Hydra to create this leverage on top of Dragon X. That's the theory behind it, not financial advice. Now, if I just come over here to the DApp, this make a little bit more sense. So you come over to the buy and burn. So when you start Hydra miner, TitanX goes in, buys Dragon X. So right now we got about $7.2 million worth of TitanX being used to buy Dragon X. Then we go over here to the Hydra burn. A portion of that Dragon X is going to be used to burn Hydra off the market. And then we come over here to the vortex, which my opinion is the gem of this protocol. So all that TitanX is being stored in to the Hydra vortex. It's about $1 million at the time of this recording. Now, Dragon X is slowly being bought off the market and stored into the vortex and sitting at about $44,000. In my opinion, when this Dragon X gets released onto the market, I firmly believe that the value of the Dragon X in that Hydra vortex is going to be exponentially higher, which is going to add a lot of value to Hydra down the road. And that's the biggest bet with the Hydra protocol. So guys, yep, that's it for the overall Hydra protocol. You can also come over here to stats and look at how much Hydra is being burnt. And then you can come down here and look at the Dragon X distribution. The goal of the Hydra protocol is to burn as much Dragon X as humanly possible while also assisting the TitanX ecosystem. So if you're looking at any statistics, the one that I will look at is how much Dragon X being burned off the market, because the more Dragon X tokens burn off the market, this will increase the value of Hydra, and the value of Hydra increases. This is going to help out the ecosystem and push TitanX closer to deflationary. And that is why Hydra is your first hidden altcoin gem. Now for your second hidden TitanX altcoin gem, if you guys have been paying attention to this ecosystem, you know that there is a very special project protocol called Inferno, a meme coin. My personal favorite, because I am the TitanX Supreme Meme Coin DGen Commander. I love meme coins. I love speculating. Now, what Inferno was is basically a meme coin that you take TitanX and use it to mint the Inferno token. 10% burns TitanX off the market forever, and then 90% is stored into a buy and burn that's used to buy Inferno off the market with that TitanX. So basically it's a new approach to meme coins, and the chart did phenomenally well. Now we're getting past the mint phase of Inferno, and the buy and burn is expected to run out in a month. And if you're viewing this video in the future, it probably has already ran out by now. So the team launched something cool called the Flux protocol, which is an auction built on top of the Inferno token that utilizes the economic energy of TitanX. Now, if we come over here to the white paper, what is Flux? Introducing the Flux protocol, a groundbreaking platform that redefines the auction experience by integrating buy pressure into every transaction. With this revolutionary approach, the Flux team has forever transformed how auctions operate, setting a new standard for the TitanX ecosystem and beyond. Using Liquid TitanX, you can participate in daily auctions, which will automatically buy Flux on the market within the same transaction. This dual action process not only will maximize efficiency, but also strengthen market demand. Flux is an ROI ARB monster. Now, if we just come down here to the flow chart, this will give you a great breakdown of what Flux is. So basically, you take your TitanX, you put it up in auction, and you can earn Flux tokens. Every auction decreases the amount of Flux that hits the market. Now, the key to understanding this protocol is where that TitanX goes. So the TitanX in the auction, the first one goes in, and basically 6% goes to Bill and TitanX staking vaults. 4% straight to Dragon X, 2% to the Helios Treasury. This will be used to add more value to the TitanX ecosystem, make it more deflationary, and assist in these protocol developments. 10% of that is going to be used to buy Blaze, which swaps to Inferno and burns the Inferno token, which makes the Inferno token deflationary. 36% is sent to the Flux buy and burn, where it goes and buys Inferno, and then using that Inferno, burns the Flux token. 8% goes to Genesis, and then 4% to the rewards pool, where you stake your Flux out into the future. Now, what I love about Flux is it's utilizing a token that is capped and scarce and adding deflationary measures to it. And using TitanX, which is expected to appreciate into the future, it's basically burning the Inferno token and then using that burned Inferno token, which is capped, to burn the Flux token. And in my opinion, based off of these auctions, you can see some insane ROIs, and you can see potentially the blow up of an amazing ecosystem. So the one thing I love about Flux is it's adding so much value to the Inferno token, and also it's establishing Inferno as a blue chip meme coin gem in the TitanX ecosystem. And that is why Flux is your second hidden altcoin gem. And for your third and final hidden altcoin gem, most of you guys have been in the TitanX ecosystem. You probably have been in a lot of these project protocols and you're overwhelmed because so many are launching. Well, the dude from the Helios created an all-in-one protocol that I'm excited to briefly discuss with you guys today, because this could potentially be a project that could be the S&P 500 of the TitanX ecosystem. Now, Element 280, it's an NFT collection and token aimed to be the one-stop shop for TitanX users. Not sure which projects to participate in, don't have time to read every single white paper, press the easy button by holding E280 token or the NFT. It's owning a piece of every project in the ecosystem. Now, the Element 280 token is going to be bonded with all the TitanX ecosystems through an LP. So DragonX, Hydra, Flux, and the list goes on. And by being bonded with all the ecosystem, the market value E280 is a leverage play of the entire ecosystem. Now, what's interesting about these LPs is when you have arbitrage bots come in, when one token explodes, it's actually going to add some value to E280 because it's going to capture a little bit of it, because the LP is just another marketplace where you put that token up for sale. And so what Element 280 is trying to do is capture the value of all the tokens together and also create a secondary system that connects them together besides through the TitanX token, which I think is great. Plus, it's also a capped token that's going to be deflationary. Now, here's the really interesting part about the E280 token. Number one, it has an NFT component. So during the mint phase, you can actually mint the E280 token, and you can also use those E280 tokens to create an NFT, where the NFT is used to earn fees generated from the protocol. So if you own the E280 NFT, it's essentially earning you passive income, and also reduces the amount of tokens on the market. Now, the second thing I really like is there's a 4% buy, sell, and transfer tax on the E280 market. And there's also a 3% tax burning NFT to claim the E280 backing tokens. Now, when you burn your NFT, you can actually claim the tokens, and there's actually a 3% tax. Now, what that tax does is actually used to burn the TitanX altcoin with the associated liquidity pool. So for example, if E280 is paired up with DragonX and there's a bunch of buys and sells that go through it, it actually is going to be used to burn the E280 token and the DragonX token. So not only is E280 capitalizing on the TitanX ecosystem growth, it's actually adding a deflationary measure behind all the TitanX ecosystem altcoins, which is absolutely brilliant, and one of the main reasons why I really love this protocol. So you guys can read a little bit more about E280. It's done through the Helios protocol, and in my opinion, if you got a friend that's into the TitanX ecosystem but doesn't want to go into every single protocol, this might be a great solution, because if E280 can combine all the economic energy and bring all the value together through this token, there's very well a good chance that this could be a sleeping gem that not many people talk about. Well, guys, that's it for the video. I talked about 3 TitanX hidden altcoin gems. In the comments down below, let me know which one's your favorite project, and also let me know which project do you want me to do an in-depth video analysis here on the Verse Crypto channel. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all.